Hey everyone, how's it going? It is August 2020. We are still in the pandemic. I hope everyone is being safe. So, this will be another edition of my CD collection. I made a video last month focusing on just a few CDs that were about music in the 1980s. So, this one will be different. This will be more about music from the late 1960s and 1970s, essentially classic rock and oldies from the UK mostly. And the last video I made, there was only 4 CDs that I was going to show you, and this one has at least 12. Yeah, so this might be a lot longer than the previous one. I don't know, but I'm just going to get through these as best as I can. Most of them are compilations, but there are a few that are not. So without further ado, let's get going. So here's the first one I'll show you, called the Rolling Stones Rock and Roll Circus. Now, the Rolling Stones put together a show on this date here. Basically, they got together some bands and artists. Let's see who some of them are. There's John Lennon. You also got Eric Clapton, The Who, Marianne Faithfull. They put together this show that had a circus theme. So it was mostly just bands performing, but it also had a few magic acts. There were acrobats, there were fire eaters and magicians and things like that. It was supposed to be aired on British television, but for some reason at the last minute, the Rolling Stones decided, no, we're not going to air this. And there's still controversy as to why, because it was never really made clear. Some assume it had to do with the band The Who. But for whatever reason, this was not made available on CD until decades later. So I got a copy of that. So this is the container it came in, and let's take a look and see what's in the container. Let's pull this out. So what you get here is a booklet and a CD case separately. So that's the booklet. I'll show you that in a minute. Here's the CD case. This is it in the front. On the back, it shows the lists of the artists and the songs they performed on the show. Turn those around. Let's open this up. It's got a nice plastic case. There's a little quote here. For a brief moment, it seemed that rock and roll would inherit the earth. And that's the CD it came in, which it's nice. It's got a nice design on it. So that's the CD. And the booklet is pretty big. I mean, look at this thing. It's got a lot in here. So what it does have is an introduction on what it was and a few images, a really long story about the event, some pages from, some photos from backstage and during the concert when they were performing. It just has this whole long read about it. It's very interesting, showing the Stones and The Who and bands like that at or near their commercial peak. Yeah, these guys were really famous at the time, so this was a big deal. Still don't know why it didn't air, but anyway, it shows the players, the songs, and credits. So yeah, this is a time capsule. So that's the Rolling Stones Rock and Roll Circus. Let's look at the next one. This is the Who. Who's better, who's best? The very best of the Who. It's basically a greatest hits compilation. And the front just shows an image of the band with their classic lineup, including Keith Moon in the middle there. See the back. There's nothing on there. Okay. What about inside? Surely there's stuff in here. Okay, there's the CD itself. And there's the booklet with the band in concert. They're famous for their concerts being really, really loud and Pete Townsend smashing his guitar. Let's take a look inside the booklet. So in here, they're going to have a few images of the band and another story or just some words about the band itself. Also shows a list of the albums that they put out, their discography. Some of these are also greatest hits and live albums. As you can see, there's Tommy, there's Quadrophenia, and all their classics. Who's 25th anniversary? I think that was the purpose of this. And another story about The Who and their track listing in here. So most of these songs are from the late 60s, early 70s. There are a few from the late 70s. Who Are You was from the late 70s. Here's some more songs. In fact, I think You Better You Bet was from the 80s. And yeah, that is the greatest hits compilation for The Who. So next, we're going to look at Jimi Hendrix, The Ultimate Experience. It's another greatest hits compilation. Jimi Hendrix was an American guitarist who moved to the UK, got big over there, mostly for his version of Bob Dylan's All Along the Watchtower. And it wasn't until years later that American audiences realized just how good this guy was. So that's the front. There's the back, which has the track listing on there. All Along the Watchtower is the first song on there. Other famous hits are like Purple Haze and Are You Experienced, things like that. Let's open this up. It has a nice CD on there. It's got him on there. And if you look underneath, it's also a picture of him. And there's the booklet. And the booklet presumably is him as a teen or very young adult. It's another thick booklet, as you can see. If you open it up, it has the track listing and also some words about Jimi Hendrix. And it also shows a lot of pictures in here, as well as information about each of the songs that are in here. Like starting here, it just explains, about the recording and the songs themselves. And I don't think I can show you all the pictures in here. I think one of them has like topless women, so I'm just going to go ahead and close that. And that is Jimi Hendrix. So next are the Doors. So LA band The Doors, fronted by Jim Morrison. This is greatest hits. Their biggest hits were Light My Fire and, Come On Touch Me and some others. Let's take a look at the back. It shows Morrison, and there's the track listing right there, and who produced it, etc. Let's go ahead and open this up. Take a look at the CD. There we go. So there's the CD itself with a nice red color, and there's the booklet. And let's go ahead and open that booklet and see. So this kind of folds out, but first they show Jim. They show the list of songs, and I believe this refers to a file that's on the CD. You put it on your personal computer, and it will play something. I presume a music video for one of these songs. I believe it was Ghost Song. And there's just another picture of the band here. And here are some of the CDs that came out, like their self-titled debut and Strange Days, Waiting for the Sun, Soft Parade, Morrison Hotel, LA Woman, etc. So that is the Doors. So let's look at this one here. This is Changes Bowie. It's another compilation, believe it or not. David Bowie, who passed away only a few years ago. This guy's a legend. This is hits from starting in 1969 with Space Odyssey and going through the 70s into the 80s. Let's flip this around. Here's song listing, which is pretty clear to see. Songs like Rebel Rebel, Young Americans, Heroes. So let's take a look and open this. So there's the CD itself, which looks nice, and it's got the songs on there as well, and on the back of the booklet. So let's open the booklet, see what's in here. And this, I believe, folds out. We've got some images of Bowie and a few songs listed and along with the credits to them. And when you that, I'll pull back so you can get the scale of it. Those are also list of songs with credits to them, or pictures of David Bowie, and also on the right side. So yeah, this is amazing. Definitely one of my favorite CDs. So that's David Bowie. Now there's another surprise compilation. John Lennon. So this is John Lennon post-Beatles. The very best of John Lennon, Lennon Legend. This has, I believe, starting with his songs with Yoko Ono, but also, just all the way up to 1980 when he was killed. Imagine is the first song on here. There's a lot of hits on here, including Instant Karma, Whatever Gets You Through the Night, including stuff that came out after he died, like Nobody Told Me. And it also has Just Like Starting Over. And of course on the bottom, as you can see, it's got the famous Christmas song, Happy Christmas, and also Give Peace a Chance. So let's open this up and see what's in it. So there's the CD right there. It's got a nice black CD, and the track listing is at the back of the booklet. Let's open the booklet. And it's got some things on here, some pictures. It's got the track listing and who's credited. John Lennon in the studio, him with Yoko, him in the control board, and just more pictures, more song titles, and credits. That's the John Lennon CD. So now this is an album that's famous. It's not a compilation. It is Dark Side of the Moon by Pink Floyd. This is a classic album. You've probably seen this image on t-shirts and posters, but this album has sold millions and millions of copies, and it's definitely one of Pink Floyd's better albums. I know people have argued which one's the best. Some say it's this one, some say it's going to be another one that I'm going to show very soon. So let's go ahead and see on the back. It just shows another cool image. Let's go ahead and open it and see what's on here. See, there's more imagery on the back of the booklet, and on the CD itself is where you actually see the songs on here. So again, this is a classic. The biggest songs here were Money and Breathe in the Air, Brain Damage. I mean, there's just so many awesome songs here. Let's take a look in the booklet, see what it's got. So here it shows the track listing again. Over there. Shows the band live on stage. Also has lyrics. So these have lyrics to all their songs, along with imagery to go along with it for their track listing. And I believe there is there's an image of the band here. And on the back, there's pyramids and just a final list of credits. All right, so Dark Side of the Moon. Next album is Steve Miller Band, Greatest Hits from 1974 to 1978. So this consists of essentially 2 albums that Steve Miller Band did, which I believe are called Book of Dreams and Fly Like an Eagle. It also has a song, The Joker. Let's take a look at the back, and there's your track listing, including the Joker here. And some of their biggest hits were Fly Like an Eagle, Take the Money and Run, I suppose. A lot of great songs on here. So let's open this up, and it has the track listing here, and the CD it's pretty standard. Let's take a look at the booklet if there's anything in there. There is just, again, the track listing. And here it shows just credits and information in small font. So, Steve Miller Band. Now this one, I don't know how you're going to feel about it, but I'm going to show you. This is Never Mind the Bollocks, Here's the Sex Pistols. Yeah, good old classic punk. Boy, this caused an uproar in its day. But I can't deny this was very catchy music, as it was called Filthy Lucre at the time. And I can't argue with that, but this is undeniable. And it definitely shook the rock and roll industry up quite a bit. It's got this pink and green scheme to it, just like in the back, which shows all these, looks like newspaper cutouts of the track listing. Let's go ahead and open this, if I may. And again, the back of the booklet's got the track listing, and that's the CD itself with the songs also listed. Let's take a look at the booklet, and I'm pretty sure there's nothing controversial in the booklet, just the list of songs and who's credited to. Sex Pistols. Just the band themselves, including Johnny Rotten and Sid Vicious, and this is Warner Brothers. Yeah. So next is going to be another compilation, The Very Best of Elvis Costello and the Attractions. This runs from late 70s to early 80s, and it's got a lot of good songs on here. As far as the most notable ones, I'm not even sure. I guess Allison, the first song, is a famous one. Also Watching the Detectives, the next one. Yeah, you can't go wrong with this. This is really good. Has pictures of the band, and let's take a look inside the CD, which shows another picture of them. It's got this nice green CD on here, like it. And let's see what is in the booklet. So it will show basically a list of albums and credits and pictures of the band. This is a pretty big fold out. I think I have it all. Hold on. It's going to take a second. There we go. So I'm going to pan out a little. So this is the front. And if we turn it around, this is the back. Again, mostly song listing, album covers, and a few images as well. It's a lot to look at here. So yeah, pretty cool. Okay, let's put it this way, shall we? Okay, next is a surprise, another UK band. Squeeze, singles, 45 and under. These guys are in the same wheelhouse as Elvis Costello. In fact, I believe Elvis worked with them. And same time frame, late 70s, early 80s. Some of the biggest songs are here. I can think of, well, I guess Tempted is their most famous one. And yeah, some really cool songs on here. This is the back. Let's open it up. So that's the track listing here on the back of the booklet, and the CD is pretty standard. Let's take a look at the booklet itself. Pretty much nothing. This is blank, and this has just a few credits. But yeah, Squeeze singles. A few more to go. Pink Floyd again. I mentioned Dark Side of the Moon, and I also have The Wall. Pink Floyd The Wall. Double album. This is amazing. I would consider either this or Dark Side of the Moon to be their best album, although Animals and Wish You Were Here were also excellent. In fact, they have a lot of excellent albums, but that was their best stretch between Dark Side of the Moon and The Wall. So, unfortunately, I lost the booklets with this, which had some incredible images on there, especially from the movie. Kind of bummed about it, but at least I have the CDs. Can I open this? Yes. So that's the first CD, and close that. There's the second one. Now I got one more to show you, and this is another compilation, but this is unique. This is called Led Zeppelin. I'm going to cover this up right here. Remasters. Look at that. So this has 3 CDs in it. It's just a big booklet. Take a look at that on the side here. Let's open it up. So CD1, CD2, and CD3, which all look pretty nice. The first 2 CDs are music, and the third one is interviews. Let me show you the track listing, which is here in the back. So of course it has Stairway to Heaven. This covers their first 4 albums, Led Zeppelin 1, 2, 3, and 4. And this one covers their future albums like Houses of the Holy and No Quarter and things like that. Let's take a look at the booklets in here. There are only a couple of booklets. This is the Remasters booklet, which has the track listings here and here, and also a few images. This is the band, and also them in concert. Other concert images, and more pictures of the band there. And more track listing. And the second one, Led Zeppelin Profiled, is about the interviews, the third disc. It shows another picture of the band. It shows just who spoke when, and maybe a few songs in here as well, as you can see, such as Moby Dick and Kashmir. Some station liners. Oh, that's just, Jimmy Page saying, "Hi, I'm Jimmy Page. Time to get the lead out," stuff like that. And this is interviews, first with Jimmy Page, and then with Robert Plant, and then with John Paul Jones, the 3 surviving members after Bonham's death. And who conduct the interviews, who gets credit, and more live pics. Yeah, so that's it for today. Whoop. So that was part 2. As I predicted, it was a lot longer than the first one, but hey, you got to see some more of my CDs, and believe me, there's many more. So look for part 3 coming soon. Until then, please stay safe, social distancing, and all that good stuff. Take care, guys. Thanks, bye.